them more. Team 17, Mayors, is going to be completely wiped by the mobs here.
Yeah, Mob, great defense here on this position. Normally we've seen the aggressors have a little bit more success in these situations, but Mob doing a very good job of staying mobile there. You saw their members moving around in circles, never staying still, catching the Mayors in bad positions because the Mayors came in, were kind of stuck behind that wall.
And really didn't know what to do defensively because they just had certain intruders coming in from the outside just like that. It only was about 10 seconds ago before they arrived in our house and they found that action against them. So now we're going to the situation where finally we're seeing some action in this 17-minute mark, and we're going to see if this continues on here. 17 teams remaining with 66 left alive, and we're going to see if Team 18 is going to be able to produce more action with Mai Chi is going to be coming in from Thailand as well.
Yeah, Mai Chi, a team from Thailand, they're opting to take a lot of circle damage here. They landed in the northern part of Georgia Pole, just starting to make their way in now, but the circle has moved once again, and you can see on your screen there up in the top right, that's Severny. A little bit of the circle is, still covering Severny, and everything has gone to the east, so this is going to be a very flat, wide open final circle area.
And how many times do we get a Severny circle, really, in these PUBG Mobile matches? And finally, we're going to get it. Very northeastern start to this game in this round number 1 for Group C. And of course, this is the last day of the Asia Regional semifinals to decide who will be joining a lot of Thailand teams in the grand finals. And of course, we're looking at some of the Thailand teams still from today. Maybe they are like to upset a lot of Indian teams participating again once again today.
Yeah, they've been doing it over and over again, so I'm not going to be too surprised if they can pull it off. LNS here making their move. They did get some very nice gear early on, a lot of level 3 gear in their inventory right now. They are moving into the circle, trying to find a spot to safely take over. There are already some teams in the circle, a lot of teams coming in from the western edge of this circle right now. So this is going to be some dangerous rotations.
LNS coming in from Vietnam, just going to be on the drive-through, trying to get to this next location in time. We see basically 3 players already on the front foot trying to get to the center of the circle, while that one member is strolling just behind. So we're going to see team number 9, War Dynamics, another team coming in from India, and we'll see just hovering around Severny, trying to just get to the next location in time. A lot of these cars traveling in all 4, so putting the risk out there to see if they can make it.
Yep, Team Divinity in a battle here with LNS now. LNS caught in a bad position. They're going to blow up that U as they do not want to allow them to use that. They have not taken any damage as Team Divinity, but they've done a little bit of damage to LNS so far.
Yeah, Rua is going to be just stuck behind that tree, not knowing what to do. The other teammates are coming in. You see the 3 members of LNS is going to be reinforcing this situation, but Rua still all alone, and Killer's trying to get close to it, but that smoke is not going to be good enough. Just going to shoot through it, and it seems like Divinity found the answers onto this Vietnamese squad. Is going to get that first knock.
Yep, very nice job here. Shooting through that smoke, a very popular thing and a very common thing to do in PUBG Mobile, because there is a little bit of auto aim that helps you out, and that is a reason why you can shoot into the smoke, because you can just kind of spray bullets in there, and your gun's going to kind of adjust a little bit to help you just a bit. Not a lot, but it's a little easier than, say, in regular PUBG when you have smoke.
Of course, so that's what we're going to see a lot more of that, as we've seen for the past couple of days. In day 3, no different in terms of just high intense action coming in, and LNS once again finding it difficult to get out of the situation, just trying to save Rua, and we're going to see them lose another one here. Sugar also going down with him, and seems like the 2 knocks will definitely be an eventual kill. 2 kills probably going to go over to Divinity after all of this, and LNS finding it very difficult to get out of this really trenches.
Yeah, they're just going to have to fall back now. Killer and I believe that's Matvia are Killer and Madlife are going to have to stay back now and play it safe for the rest of this. They're not going to be able to take this position. They're mostly fine right now if they can just find a way to survive without. There's a couple teams that could come from behind them from the northeast, but it kind of depends on where this next circle goes.
I'm going to see, obviously, different teams starting to get involved in this action where we have a very intruding circle to begin us off, and we're looking at Team 20 Dominators. And we're seeing what they can do against a Team 9 with War Dynamics just on the opposite side of these houses. And Charlie just gonna be spotted out. Some of these members from War Dominators, and See what Dynamics see what they can do. Just around the opposite side of where they stand, new circle opens up. Gonna be in the middle of where we see is a complete landmine as we see other teams gonna have to just encroach in from all angles here.
Yeah, absolutely. Team Divinity has real estate in this circle. There is another warehouse available that another team could do. So pretty nice position for them. I believe Sauce and Tack has a compound there on the southern edge of the circle, but we're going over to WD, who's in a fight with Dominators here. There hasn't been much damage traded either way, but those teams are going to have to move here relatively soon, and they will have the surviving 2 members of LNS possibly in their way when they do move.
You see another team just on the very much the edge of this current blue, as we can see with Team 8, the Initials. There's a team coming in from India, and they have to get out of this hut very, very soon here. It's not going to be a safe zone when the circle starts closing in. The circle starts hurting from this 4th closing of it in. So once we get the closing in about a minute here, it's going to be about other teams trying to make the adjustment here. It seems like Sauce and Tack just going to coming in and greeting for this compound, not knowing that Divinity is already surrounding, but it seems like the invasion's going to be complete here. Sauce and Tack getting 2 knocks already, but losing a lot on the other end, and Divinity see what they can do, but on the reload, it's going to be able to finish off, so Divinity almost in a disastrous moment there.
Yeah, Divinity just about got wiped almost solely by Vivi. Vivi there had to reload. He was out of bullets, basically. And unfortunately for him, there was still 1 member of Divinity left to finish that off. And Divinity, as long as no one else tries to capitalize that, maybe they heard the shots, they might try to capitalize on that situation. As long as nobody tries to push them because of that, they should be okay and be able to get all 4 members back up.
We see another 1v1 scenario here, just north of Severity. We're looking at wall dynamics and see what they can do with the Vector. It's going to be the only member up, and we're going to see the other member being rezzed up right here. So just buying a little bit of time, trying to get all 3 members back alive is going to be the situation for War Dynamics, but LNS is going to be mixed in here. We see another action coming from Cloud69 going up against Punjabi 345, and we will find the knock on the other end. So Burble seeing what he can do just along the top of the hill and see trying to get if he can get additional knocks there.
Yeah, Killer's trying to get the res onto Mad Life here. WD does manage to get their members back up. They have lost Chief Arsh as well, but will they be able to get through LNS here? LNS with only 2 members left. There are 3 here for WD. Mistake throwing some smokes to allow him to rotate around the gas station here to try to find the angle onto the members of LNS, but Mad Life has been rezzed and has healed himself.
It's going to be about 2 members from LNS trying to fight against these 3 members from WD, and not much coming from the last time around. Just got 2 knocks, but didn't able to finish the last member just coming through. And Burble, along with the rest of his teammates from Cloud69, just trying to make it in, but Punjabi 345. We do have a member just waiting in line, but another action is going to be happening. Another action that's going to be coming towards, and it's the SSG. Gonna find a lot of kills here with 3 members on, with 1 man knocked away, trying to go for more here against T-Iron. Gonna find more and more here as we go through. It's a team wipe going against T-Iron, and that's going to be a disaster for these teams.
Superstars proving they are living up to their name. They have 14 kills already, Joel, a team from Vietnam who is playing extremely well. WD dying to the circle. They are out. They get taken out by the circle there, so they were not able to get through LNS. In the end, LNS does end up coming out, even though there's only 1 member left. They do a good job defending there and force WD out.
You talk about Superstar coming in from Vietnam, and this team, Divinity, coming in from Singapore. We do see a lot of these minority regions in terms of quantity, not much representative, but it doesn't matter. It's these few teams coming in from these few select regions doing really well to represent their squads, and doing a very good job so far. It seems like Divinity, along with Superstar, just really doing well for themselves in round 1. We'll see if this continues. Yeah,
absolutely. I've got my eyes on Divinity. They're from Singapore. So once again, these teams from outside of India are proving to be very, very strong. We haven't seen a whole lot here yet from any of the India teams. Now, MC looking to find. Now, they've got, team number 19, which is Clash Craze. We'll call it Crazy. They are on their left. They haven't really seen too much. Mob, though, getting some knocks here. I believe they were the ones who got the knocks onto Craze. Yes, and in fact, it is Mob. Mob XYZ finishing off that member of Craze.
And Mob, you're going to find a couple of knocks on the other end. It's another team from Thailand, and we're going to find a lot of knocks and kills going along there. We're already 10 kills just coming out of nowhere. We didn't catch all of that on camera, but Craze really finding it difficult to get out of this trenches here. It's the Saran is going to be the only one left alive, just trying to throw down the smoke, trying to get the res up. I don't know if he's going to be allowed to, because looking at most of the sides coming from MC, it's still firing right back at him, so it's going to be a crazy fight going all the way through here. 2 members left alive for MC, and to see if they can finish off Crazy.
Yeah, the circle is closing here on Craze. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the revive and heal up in time to make it back into the circle. There's a lot of teams here gatekeeping them. Mob doing a pretty decent job, and like you said, Joel, they have 10 kills, kind of a little surprising there. In fact, we do see the play zone take down Shabab there after he does get res, so there was not quite enough time. MC has to make their way into the circle as well. They are on the move. Cloud69 is way outside of the circle right now, and they have a lot of teams there that are going to meet on the eastern side.
And you see CSPG just trying to run to the circle in time and just getting shot through by their opponents, and MC just going to survive 3 members for now. But you look at Superstars already going to another fight here, but it seems like a team white does come through just barely, and was almost an elimination of this team, but do survive all 3 members if they can get the res up. But it seems like they will be able to do it. 19 kills for them so far.
Yeah, insane performance by them so far. But they've got Cloud9 and Quadra coming in on them. Okay, Cloud9 just gets wiped out by the circle. They are opting to just play for position there. They finish in 7th place. Not exactly sure how many kills they had. You know, they probably were just completely gate-kept out of that circle. There were so many teams in front of them. It was just proving to be very difficult for them to get in. Superstars leading the way in that charge, proving that they so far are the strongest team with 19 kills.
And we'll see if this 3-member squad coming in from Superstar from Vietnam will be able to get the job done here, Paper Thin. But now they're on the edge of the circle where other teams have already established themselves in a much better position in the left part of the map, as you can see inside the circle. So MC is another team that has about a 3-man squad, but still a little bit outside the circle, has to go up against this team right here with Mob, and in a really good position right now with 11 kills, and just trying to look for all angles for incoming opponents to see if they can get some snipes through.
Yeah, these have been Mob circles so far. They keep going far to the west and keeping that compound that Mob has in for them. So they're taking advantage of it. They've already got 11 kills. It kind of starts to feel like maybe this is going to come down to Superstar and Mob, but there's still a lot of other teams in it. But some of them are down to 1 or 2 members only, so we'll see how this plays out. CSPG taking a lot of circle damage here, trying to find a way to safely get in. Right now, there's nobody directly in front of him, but here comes Superstar in a vehicle.
And you just see them just run through the circle, and run with the circle is going to be a CSPG strategy here. Another team that's trying to run with the circle is going to be MC, but now going to be caught out, and Evo will not be alive for any longer. And Mob, we're going to find XYZ get the final kill there, and Superstar finding it very difficult to get into the circle. They barely got in there, but they do see Team 18 just along the horizon, and Mai Chi, MC, see what they can do, but see the knocks coming through. Once again, Superstar proving they are the worthy team, getting all these knocks through.
Yeah, Mob's got a nice angle onto Superstar here. They're going to blow up their vehicles. You know, even though that does provide static cover, it'll make it more difficult for Superstar to move, because once again, this circle has gone far to the west.
Mob just trying to really enjoy this moment for the time being, but Superstar gonna enjoy more kills here. MC gonna lose another member to the early snipes coming through, and a second kill, and the team white eventually coming from Mob, and really looking at SSC. Superstar getting the shots where they need, and gonna add to their total kill count, 22 on the board. So 3v3 scenario, 3v4 scenario versus them, but SS gonna be shot from up far, and XYZ finding the shots once again.
Yeah, XYZ gets the knock. Superstar in a very, very difficult position here. They do not have the defender's advantage. Mob has compounds and cover they can use. Superstar does not have much. They have a rock, a few blown up vehicles, and some trees, so they're throwing a lot of smokes to try to make their way in, using a lot of utility just to make this push work. Can they do it? So far, they've got 22 kills, so if any team can do it, it's going to be them.
And it's a brilliant idea coming in for Superstar, just to smoke their way through, form a cloud bridge to get to the next circle, but it seems like Mob is going to be really downing on them. All these shots coming in from these houses where they're the most safe, and just really just reaching down on them. But Superstar, one step at a time, as these guys just trying to make it to the next circle. You see the smokes coming more and more prevalent as they're trying to make their advance their way into the next circle. Yeah, but 4v3 scenario between these two kill-heavy teams right now. It seems like 15+ kills already for Mob and 20+ kill for Superstar. See how this game ends.
Yeah, Mob, if they can hold on to this, they'll, I think, just slightly eke out Superstar in the final rankings for this game. Both teams playing out of their mind, but Lewis with a really nice headshot there onto a member of Mob. So as Superstar's got to push, though, the circle is closing onto their backs. They're putting the pressure on. They're trying to just keep Mob pinned while they make their moves.
Oh,
and
my goodness. XYZ goes down as one. This is going to be the Renlich coming in, and from all angles, it seems like Lewis doesn't care whether they're outside the circle or not. Just gonna go for the kill wipe onto them. And are you serious? 22 kills along with the rest of the team. And it seems that Mob had the invincible defensive tactic, but not good enough to take the win. Superstar showing us they are indeed the Superstar.
Yeah, they ended up with 25 kills there after they wiped Mob at the end. That is the most kills we have seen in a round so far. Now, granted, we do have 21 teams instead of 19 like we have on the other days, so there are a few more players available to be killed. Nonetheless, Superstar with a dominant performance.
And you know Superstar was not supposed to win that battle right there in 4v3 outside the circle, and you have the one-man disadvantage, and you're still going in, running while shooting in. Oh my goodness, this team from Vietnam, it's going to be just another team that we should be looking out for. It might not be about talent this time around. Seems like this team, Superstar from Vietnam, is going to be able to tell the story in day 3.
Yeah, that was an insane performance. Those smokes at the end, so brilliant, creating that wall in front of them, a wall of fog that does not allow Mob to know where they're moving to. Now, Mob, with that many smokes in front of them, they can't just focus all their fire onto one smoke like we saw some other teams do, where if somebody got knocked, they throw one smoke. You need to throw a couple here in PUBG Mobile to really provide your team.
And we're going to see exactly how Superstars were able to live up to their name in this round. Really excited, but we'll get a team at another look at different teams here. But oh my goodness, I was so surprised by what we saw from team number 1 here.
Yeah, this is just incredible by Superstar. Very aggressive stuff. They started in Novo and just had to keep pushing their way north, and they were getting it done. Sauce and Tack with a decent early start. They are a team from Thailand. They had some kills here, but they ended up getting wiped in a failed push against Divinity, who just barely ekes out that fight.
And Divinity just were looking like the better team out there for the time being, but we saw all these very, very heavy kills coming in the late game because we were so absent of early action in this round number 1. So, you know, the more and more later it got into this game, the very northern trajectory of the circle that it landed upon was going to force a lot of very much high intense kills going out of the way, and the action was continuing on onto all angles here. The Superstar, it didn't matter if they had the circle or not, they were just running to their opponents and getting the kills where it was the most necessary.
Yeah, they did an excellent job of running and gunning, staying spread out, covering each other's angles, and especially at the end there, spreading out like that with a 3-man push with 1 in the middle and 2 on the flanks to really make sure that Mob had to look in many different directions to try to cover that push. Once they get 2 knocks there, all of a sudden that turns in from a great situation for Mob to an awful situation.
And what an incredible performance from Vietnam right now. We didn't have as good of a representation from these guys from this region, unlike the Superstar. And these guys are already popping off, winning in a situation where they're not supposed to be. And we're going to see if that domination continues. We're going to go to a short break, guys, until we come back for round number 2 to see if Vietnam can do it once again.
PUBG Mobile for free.
The new Galaxy Note 9 has more power than you need. Like a remote control for a phone. Why would you... Oh, that's why. The new Galaxy Note 9. It's got more power than you need until you need it.
Play PUBG Mobile for free.
This is PlayerUnknowns BattleGrounds, the hottest game on mobile. We are looking for passionate and talented competitors to join the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge. There will be qualifiers in 6 regions: North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Korea and Japan, and China. The top teams will join the regional finals. The top finishers in each region and some invited teams will join the global final to play for a cash prize and exclusive benefits from PUBG Mobile. Are you still staying in your safe zone? Get on that plane and jump into the blue zone. The 2019 PUBG Mobile Pro Tour.
Play PUBG Mobile for free.
This is PlayerUnknowns BattleGrounds, the hottest game on mobile. We are looking for passionate and talented competitors to join the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge. There will be qualifiers in 6 regions: North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Korea and Japan, and China. The top teams will join the regional finals. The top finishers in each region and some invited teams will join the global final to play for a cash prize and exclusive benefits from PUBG Mobile. Are you still staying in your safe zone? Get on that plane and jump into the blue zone. The 2019 PUBG Mobile Pro Tour.